Heyo, what is going down, my dear friends? Welcome back to another video here on InformOverload, the channel that looks to overload you with all the inform. Should have said info. Well, it's too late for that. I'm your host, Jared Brownstein, and let's just make one thing clear. If you aren't subscribed, well, you're not a potato. If you're not a potato, well, I don't even know what to say. You should be ashamed. Make sure to check out the IO team on Instagram and Twitter, and of course, follow IO on Instagram because they post memes that are spicier than Popeye's chicken sandwich. Speaking of sandwiches, one of my favorite kind is a tuna sandwich, which I'll be having for lunch today. I had half of it yesterday and thought, couldn't hurt to have the other half tomorrow. As in today. Apparently it can hurt because it might kill me. I'm still gonna eat it though because it was good. But let's talk about why tuna can be dangerous and how kids in the US are actually at risk of overdosing on it. I guess students, kids, students, it's really all the same. Not really. For those of you that don't know, tuna contains mercury, and if too much mercury is ingested, you could be a victim of mercury poisoning. Those who are affected by mercury poisoning may experience memory loss, trouble with vision, tremors, numbness in their fingers and toes, headaches, and insomnia. Extremely high levels can lead to kidney failure, trouble breathing, and in the most extreme of cases, death. So how are students overdosing on tuna? Well, they're clearly eating way too much of it, and majority apparently had no idea it contains levels of mercury that, if overconsumed, could be problematic. Researchers at the University of California in Santa Cruz published the results of a study claiming that 54% of students are eating tuna at least 3 times a week. 3 times a week? Bro, are you good? One of the study's lead researchers, Myra Finkelstein, said in a statement, I quote, "I've been dumbfounded when students have told me they eat tuna every day. Their lack of knowledge about the risk of exposure to mercury is surprising," end quote. Did you guys know too much tuna can be bad for you? You gotta let me know in the comments down below. I'm curious to see how many of our subscribers or people that watch this video knew that tuna is actually bad for you if you eat too much of it. Many think tuna is a healthy option because, well, it is. I mean, it's high in protein, vitamin D, it has tons of omega-3s which help fight heart disease. It's also relatively cheap compared to other healthy alternatives. But like anything, it's best in moderation. So now you guys may be wondering how much tuna is okay to eat on a regular basis so you don't get mercury poisoning. Well, drum roll please. That's the $1 million question no one knows. No one knows the answer to that. Sorry guys, I wish I could inform you better, but no one knows. No one knows the exact amount of mercury someone can have in general before it becomes a problem. And a big reason is because the answer is different for everyone. Things like height, weight, age, diet are all factors when determining how much mercury a person could have. In general though, it is possible that someone could have tuna every day without getting sick. It's just not recommended. The FDA recommends a person weighing 150 pounds or more shouldn't have more than a can of regular tuna every 9 days. However, if you enjoy light tuna, then according to Consumer Reports, you can have just under 3 cans per week. However, again, it depends on things like age, height, even if you're pregnant. It's believed those at the highest risk of mercury poisoning are pregnant women and children. So it looks like I'll be okay after lunch today. Finkelstein went on to explain, I quote, "It was not a large sample size, but only 1 out of 107 students surveyed had a high level of knowledge as well as confidence in that knowledge. It doesn't necessarily mean that they would be experiencing toxic effects, but it's a level at which it's recommended to try to lower your mercury exposure," end quote. So before we start throwing all the tuna off of our shelves, let's remember, aside from the fact that it's delicious, it probably won't kill you, as long as you have it in moderation. And I guess as long as you're not a child or pregnant. But even then you might be okay. I wouldn't risk it. And it seems thankfully no one has died yet from mercury poisoning in relation to eating too much tuna, but if students who are trying to stay healthy on a budget were to continue eating tuna 3 times a week, well, who knows what could have possibly happened. And what will possibly happen, because I feel like some students are still gonna eat tuna 3 times a week. Again, not saying it would definitely cause death. I've had tuna 3 times in a week before and I was fine. I mean, like, I'm a little crazy, but other than that. I think it's something that you'd have to do for years to see any effects. A good example would be the actor Jeremy Piven, who starred in Entourage as Ari Gold. He got mercury poisoning back in 2008 after it was believed he consumed sushi twice a day for 20 years. Talk about an expensive habit. He was able to recover, but the incident forced him to drop out of his Broadway show, and as recently as 2016, he said he was still dealing with the effects from the poisoning. Now, as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this mercury poisoning situation. Do you guys like tuna? And if so, how much do you eat per week? You gotta let me know right down below. Personally, I eat it, I want to say maybe once a week, if that. Probably about every 9 days, so I'm clearly the healthiest person alive. But let's respond to some comments now, shall we? In the video we did about a 500-year-old mummified girl, I started the video by saying, "What's Gucci?" Big mistake, apparently. A lot of you guys had an issue. So now let's read all these comments. Plush Z said, "Please do not say 'What's Gucci' ever again." All capitals, so it was necessary for me to yell. Alien Hunter 46 said, "Dude, don't say Gucci. That's totally toenail." What does that even mean? Curious Kit Kat said, "Oh my god, he just said 'What is Gucci?' No!" Sorry, bud. Rat Pack said 000. Beginning of the video, obviously. Kill me. He just said, "What is Gucci?" I cannot. Okay. Hold on. No, I did not say, what is Gucci? I said, what's Gucci? Big difference. But anyways. Original Asherilla said, dude, what is Gucci is Eamon's greeting. She may kick you Bootalion for stealing her intro. She got a lot of trash talk and comments for it, so on second thought, she may not mind. So now I'm gonna give you guys some backstory as to why I said what's Gucci, okay? Some backstory here. For those of you guys that don't know, a lot of us work in the same studio, like Most Amazing Top 10, InformOverload, so we're all friends. So Eamon brought up what's Gucci, or maybe she said it to me one time and I was like, did you really just say that to me? And she was like, yo dude, people on YouTube hate when I say that, like they wanted me off the channel for saying that. So then I thought, maybe I'll just say it in one of my videos, because I don't think people on IO would hate me that much for it. Little did I know. Anyways guys, I'm gonna end this video by saying what is Chanel. Hope you guys have yourselves a great day. I know you guys would be pissed about that one. And we'll see you in the next video.